Look at the time, it's 8 o'clock with Rob Hunter.
Rob Hunter.
One more time for Frank Woodley, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. It's genuinely really exciting to have you here. I've wanted you as a guest on the show for a long time, and it's a thrill to finally have it happen.
Well, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure. I've
No
been a big fan of your show as well.
Oh, great. Just before we go any further, though, tonight for the very first time on 8 o'clock, we have an Auslan interpreter with us, which, for those who don't know, is someone who knows sign language. So can we please welcome our Auslan interpreter, Laura, out here now? Yeah. We thought it would be great to have her here, and she really wanted to meet you. Yeah, she really hates your comedy. So, yeah, that's the joke for that bit. Let's talk about your career. You've done so many things. You've been on TV heaps of times, been on the Gala, toured the world, both as a solo and double act. You won the prestigious Edinburgh Award back when there was less competition for that, but that's... Still very impressive. But the thing so many of us, especially around my vintage, probably remember you most for is your TV show. I grew up watching Leno and Woodley on the ABC. It was one of my favourite shows.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. You played Woodley.
Yeah.
Little joke there.
Yeah. Rob.
And it was an unusual show. It was a mixture of funny dialogue, but also physical humour, a bit like Mr. Bean.
Rob.
What? I'm in the middle of an interview and I'm killing it.
I need to see you backstage for a second.
Well, I can't right now.
Rob, I need to go to the bathroom.
I told you to go before the show started.
I did. I need to go again.
Well, then go.
Can't go without you. I'm not comfortable going in a public place. Please, it's an emergency.
Well, what do we do about the guest?
We'll just get someone in to sit in for a minute. You know, the intern can do it.
The intern, he is not qualified.
He'll be fine, and he loves Frank Woodson. Please. Please, I really need to go.
All right, shit, go get him.
Okay.
All right. I have to head off for a second.
All right.
Our intern will take care of you for a minute. He doesn't talk much, but he does like to play board games, so I assume he'll do that with you. Just a warning, though, he's got a bit of a temper, and he seriously doesn't like to lose, so perhaps keep that in mind.
Rob, I'm busting here.
I'm coming, for crying out, Jiminy. Stay there, Frank.
Stay here?
Stay there.
Okay. Okay, yeah, sure, I like Connect 4. You have to rehearse for months and months and months to make something look this shit.
Also, Frank, just letting you know, refusing to play or cheating is considered an even greater insult than losing where he's from.
Rob, I need help with my zip.
I'm coming, flipping heck, shit in my pants.
So... I think I've got to go for here. Don't I? Do I? Yeah. Ah! Thank you. My friend Glenn is a horse, and he said to me...
Sorry, Frank. Don't drink so much freaking milk next time.
Warren, I'm sorry.
Sorry about that, Frank. I hope everything was okay.
That was good.
And tell me about your new show. It's called Fly, nominated for the Barry this year.
Yes.
Yeah, very exciting. And I understand that's it's all about the Wright brothers.
Yes, it's all about the Wright brothers who invented the first...
Oh, Jesus Christ! Stop him, Matt! God damn it, Frank. You beat him at something, didn't you? I warned you. I told you he's a bad loser. Use your freaking listening ears. Getting back to your career, Frank. As well as the huge success of Leno and Woodley, one thing you're very well known for is your improv skills. I loved you on Thank God You're Here, amongst other things. And we thought it would be very fun to play a classic improv game with you tonight called Helping Hands. Does that sound fun?
That sounds great, Rob.
Great. So
Let's play Helping Hands.
We
What
will.
does Helping Hands involve?
well, what happens is
Does it involve me being bludgeoned with a sort of a tyre lever?
well, I don't know. It's up to the person working your hands. So hopefully they're not someone
It's
who has
still
it in for you.
hurting. The other... Sorry.
So what happens in this game is, in this case, you as the improviser has someone else's hands, and you have to react based on the movement of those hands. People might have seen this on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Statistically speaking, probably the British or American ones. Just based on the ratings of the one we had here, but this is very exciting. So if you can stand behind my desk, actually.
Okay.
So while I set a few things up, one of our cast members has been doing some improv classes. So we'll get him out here to be your arms. So if you want to lift your arms up, Frank. This is going to be great. It's got some props here. So to set the scenario, we're on a TV cooking show called Rob's Cooking Show. I play the judge, and Frank, you are a contestant facing elimination. And I do not like wasting food, so everything here is either expired or malformed produce. And in the spirit of improv, the hand actions guide your dialogue, and you just go along with what's happening, regardless of what that might be. So we'll just get a little practice to make sure you understand. Hello, Frank.
Hello, Rob.
Great, excellent. Are you happy and comfortable being here?
Absolutely wrapped.
Great. And we are good to go. Hit it, Teddy.
Rob's Cooking Show.
All right, so Frank,
Yeah.
we're in the final elimination challenge. And when the timer starts, you've got 1 minute to make the finest souffle you've ever made, okay?
Okay, I'm pumped.
Great. And there's going to be ingredients flying around all over the place.
I'm sure there are.
So I think the first thing you're going to need is safety goggles.
Thanks, Rob. That's really... unnecessary.
Okay?
That's not how I fly, Rob.
If you're confident, I guess. I have to say, though, things are definitely going to get messy. So would you at least consider putting on this apron?
I will do that, actually. Or not. I was just playing with you there. I
Okay.
don't need that because
Well-
this shirt is a personal favourite that I got from St Vinny's about 6 years ago, and I love it. But I'm prepared to sacrifice it tonight for this shit show.
Well, I think you're somewhat delirious after that bottle smashing. The show is great. All right.
Well be.
You got all your ingredients there? Talk me through what you've got. Now, is that custard?
To be perfectly honest with you, Rob, I'm not exactly sure what that is. It's some sort of brown stuff.
Looks good. Looks
It
good.
looks great. Can I smell it? Oh, no, it smells all right. Yeah.
Well, a good chef always tastes their food first, though, don't they, Frank?
A good chef does, that's right.
Yes, yes.
But
Perhaps I could offer you a spoon.
thanks for the spoon. I don't need a spoon, Rob. In fact, the only purpose a spoon has in my lexicon of objects is to throw it in and slightly glance my left eyeball. Just enough to make me really scared that the guy in the horse suit doesn't know what he's fucking doing. That's all I need a spoon for.
Yeah.
But then again, at this point, why am I doing anything but sucking up, other than sucking up to the guy in the horse suit? I don't know.
Might not be a bad idea. But without a spoon, are you trying to tell me that you have another method of trying the custard?
Yeah. I have another method of trying it.
Honestly, Frank, you're getting a bit messy there.
Yeah, well, that's because I have another method.
Frank.
I just
Stop,
absorb
Frank.
it through my pores.
Frank, honestly, I think you could do with this towel.
Thanks, Rob. Can you give it to me?
I will.
Please give that to me. And then the towel I'm going to... Yeah. Thanks, Rob.
Well, if you're sure you don't need it.
Thank you, Robert.
And your time starts now.
Okay, oh God, the timer's going. Frank, you've only got 1 minute.
Oh, quick.
Run me through what you're doing.
Well, first we're going to get the spaghetti, and then I don't even know if they're Doritos, and we're going to crunch them up, and we're going to put them down by... Because that just wakes me up, gets me in the mood.
All right, Frank, I know you're busy, but I understand you have an amazing impression that you could potentially show us. Would that be something you'd be willing to do?
I would like to do it, but I need your help.
I'll give you a hand. I'll remind you of the impression that I'm looking for. That is your famous angry robot impression. Would you show us that, Frank?
Oh, yeah, that's one of my classics. People just... It starts off with...
Frank! Frank, I don't think there's time for this. There's no time for this, Frank.
Well, I think... Isn't there?
Look, Frank, you're making a terrible mess and time's running out and you seem distressed. For legal reasons, could you please reassure me that you're fine with what's happening? All right, great. Well, that's good to know.
Time's up.
All right, Frank, that's it. Time to present your food, keeping in mind that there are severe repercussions for dishes that are not up to standard. What have you got for me?
Well, Rob, I've got in this little red tub, I've got a blueberry muffin, and that's for you as a little thank you for the wonderful time I've had here today.
Well,
That's made with blueberries, a little bit of flour, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of butter, and some laxatives.
great. I have to say, Frank, it's actually quite a good muffin. But this contest was for a souffle, if you recall, which means you've failed, Frank. And you know the consequences for failure on this show, and if you don't, I'm guessing your hands do.
Yeah.
Your punishment
Yeah.
is a lifetime of shame. Frank Woodley, ladies and gentlemen.
That was the time, it was 8 o'clock with Rob Hunt.